welcome in to this Fan Friday edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us. Coming up on today's show, we'll go over the latest news and rumors, as we'll talk about the possibility of signing Donovan Smith, and we'll also dive into a very good injury update on Abraham Lucas. We'll discuss that more coming up in just a little while from right now. Also, we're talking UFL free agent targets. Who could Seattle sign from the UFL that just wrapped up their season over the weekend? Got some names that we'll go over that could potentially fit in just a bit. And then we'll also do our Madden Sim. It is week number 8 in the National Football League. The Seahawks at 5-2. The vibes are immaculate these days, and they are set to host the Buffalo Bills. Got a really good matchup on hand that we'll get to coming up at the end of today's show, so stay tuned for that. As you guys file in, shout out your city. We'll shout you out as we are out of the gates and rolling here on this Friday. Let us know where you are watching from. We're coming at you from the Chat Sports Studios here in downtown Dallas, Texas on this Friday afternoon. Let us know where you're at. I'm already seeing some good folks checking in. Pedro in the house. Grumpy. He was asking about Smitty using the bathroom. I don't know. I can't confirm if he washed his hands or not. We'll have to ask him here in just a bit. We also have Phobia checking in. Ty Man the Buckeye saying Seahawks. Beta YT checking in from Clifton, South Carolina. Good to see you, Beta. Ty Man the Buckeye in Ohio. Isaac in Oregon, in Salem, the capital of the state of Oregon. Got Scott in Astoria, Illinois. Good to see everybody here. Let us know where you guys are at. Also got Lon checking in from Bogota, Colombia, originally from Oregon. Good to see you, Lon. Lon was the first-time Super Chatter last show, so good to see Lon make his return. Mark in Moreno Valley, California. I got Yashi in Yakima, Washington. Good to see everybody here. Continue to shout out your city as we roll on. How would you grade the Seahawks offseason so far, as the Seahawks, according to ESPN, we told you about this earlier in the week, they got a B grade for the offseason to this point. What do you guys think? A, B, C, D, or F? Weigh in the comments section and let us know what you think of the Seahawks offseason to this point, as Tyler Smitty joins me right now. Smitty, I thought the B grade that ESPN gave, it was fair. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I personally love the Mike Macdonald hire, the Byron Murphy draft pick, and re-signing Leonard Williams. So I got about an A- myself. But what about you? What would be your grade for the Seahawks offseason?
Yeah, I tend to agree with ESPN very rarely in their assessments of my teams, my favorite players, and what have you. But this time I thought they had it pretty solid. Outside of the re-signing of Leonard Williams, obviously, I don't think Seattle made any splash moves. I guess you could call hiring Mike Macdonald a splash move, because we thought that they would go with somebody more familiar, somebody who isn't a first-time head coach, but they decide to take a chance on Mike Macdonald, who is a proven talent in the area that this team needs to improve on the most. So I'm happy with that. I'm actually happy with all 3 moves that they outlined, like you said. But I just think an A grade for me would need a legitimate splash from an outside free agent, and that's why I'm going with a BP+.
Scott says A. Yoshi says A-. Ty Man the Buckeye says A. Thriller checking in from South Seattle. Good to see you, Thriller. Seth says B+ to A-. Mark says A. Lon says A-. Continue to get those grades in of the Seahawks offseason. Some news this week. Bill Belichick is now officially dating a 24-year-old. There is a 48-year age difference between the two. So I got to know, folks, do you approve of Belichick dating a 24-year-old? Y for yes, N for no. Here is the pictures of the lovely couple. And I got to say, folks, love is love. I just want Belichick to be happy. He lost his job with the New England Patriots. She is legal, and she's accepting this. I know she loves him for his charm and personality.
Sure.
And his good looks, clearly.
Yeah, definitely. 69 and fat.
I don't see any issue with this. Smitty, do you have an issue with Belichick?
Yeah, I have an issue with a 50-year-old dating somebody who is not even born yet. I do have an issue with that. I think it's not uncommon for rich bachelors at his age, but I'm not going to say I like it. Not going to sit here and say it's cool. I wouldn't be, if I was her father, I don't know.
Oh, I can't imagine.
It could go one of two ways if you know, about her father's feelings about this. On the one hand, your 24-year-old daughter is dating a senior citizen, and on the other hand, your daughter is dating the best coach in NFL history. So, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I think he's looking at it through the first lens, but you know, that's just me.
24 years old, Bill Belichick, 48-year difference. What do you guys think? Why for yes, in for no? Yoshi does not approve. Beta YT does not approve.
Scott doesn't approve.
Mark says, go Bill, go out with a bang. He doesn't have a job right now.
He's got a lot of free time on his hands with the 24-year-old post-grad.
They met on a plane.
Yeah, while she was doing homework!
And he was helping her with her homework.
Homework!
More power to Bill. I mean, she's an adult. She can make decisions for herself. I have no problem with this.
Listen, there's nothing legally wrong about it, but as far as my moral compass goes, probably wouldn't be doing that.
So when you're his age, you're not going to be dating 24-year-olds?
Probably not, no. I'm not sure if I'll have enough money to attract a 24-year-old even at that time. But I hope I'm happily married still by the time that I'm
his old girl, Linda, was a decent amount of age younger than him, too. At least 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, it was 10 or 15 years. She was still older looking, though,
right.
So it didn't look like there was much of a difference there. But this is just ridiculous.
Dano says, wow, really, Belichick?
She's wearing high-rise booty shorts.
This man could have been the head coach of the Seahawks, folks.
He could, yeah, yep.
I mean, I think he needs to go coach college because obviously he's a good recruiter.
I think Tom Brady's last girlfriend was older than Bill Belichick's current girlfriend.
That sounds about right.
I don't know that for sure, but I just kind of thought about that, and it's probably true.
I did hear, and she's got to be way older than Steve Belichick, too.
She's younger. Yeah, way younger.
Way younger.
Yeah. Steve Belichick's at least 30, right?
That got to be. I will say, I did hear this past week that Giselle and the jiu-jitsu instructor broke up.
They're done.
He couldn't handle the
roast.
The roast, which is funny because, like, were people actually seeking him out? Like, dude, you landed Giselle.
Yeah,
deal with it.
bro.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Like, come on, man. Let's see. Sean says, ooh. Mark says, I know his son hates this, though. Lon says, Bill still studying third-string linebackers on the plane. Probably so. Phobia says, yikers. All right, enough with that. Let's get the chat popping here. I got 40 people watching so far. I know we can do better than that. If you are a diehard Seahawk fan, if you love your Seattle Seahawks, spam S in the chat. Smitty's going to shout out all the S's. I want to see as many S's as humanly possible over this next minute. And this is our rallying cry. This is what gets us going on game days. It's game day here today. We're taking on the Bills. I want to see as many S's as we possibly can. Let's get the chat going. I'm going to go ahead and get the thing started with all the S's, and then Smitty's going to get the shout-outs going here. So
Come on,
here we go.
I want to see as many S's as we possibly can get in the chat right now.
Let's break a chat record today.
Phobia's already starting off early.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I got shout-outs for Phobia. I got shout-outs for Sean Tremlett. Shout-outs for Yoshi6456. We got Lon DeVol. We got Dano Schmack. Mudhorn Off-Road. Seth Kealoha. What's up, my man? Keep him going. Pedro Castellon. Mark Michel. Let's go, Just Life. Let's go, Tice Picha. I think that's how I'm saying it right. Mudhorn Off-Road, Just Life, Seth, Sean, Tice, Just Life, Pedro, excuse me. Dano Schmack, Seth Kealoha.
Halfway home. Keep
Halfway
going.
home. I want to see more names.
Faster.
Mark, Scott, Sean, Just Life, Dano, Lon, Mudhorn, Tice. Where's this one? Formatobe? All right. Let's go. Keep it up. Pedro, Sean, Seth, Lon, Scott Clemens.
10
all
seconds.
Typing the S's. You guys got 10 more seconds. If you guys aren't typing S right now, what are you doing?
Finish strong.
What are you doing? Come on, Mark, Sean, Form, Tice, Seth, Pedro, Sean, Dano, Scott. Phobia to cap us off, Mike Heaton.
I saw some new names. Mudhorn Off-Road, Mike
it.
Heaton. I think Lon may have had the most in there.
Lon was cooking.
Lon was cooking.
Sean Tremblay was cooking, yep.
A lot of people cooking. A lot of people fired up here on this Fan Friday here on Seahawks Today. If you're ready for today's show, like the video. Kind of weak right now. We're at 12 likes. I need to get to 25 to crack open my first cold one and get this Fan Friday started here today. I'll take a big chug when we get there. Here is what we're offering. For Fan Friday, I'm feeling a little frisky, okay? Not like Belichick frisky, though. For every $5 Super Chat today, we're bringing out the Fireball. It's been a while since we've had some Fireball around here. I'll be honest, there wasn't a ton of Fireball left in the cabinet. We're going to have to restock on this. So let's finish off this bottle today. Every $5 Super Chat, you get the option to choose between me or Smitty to take a shot of Fireball today. I would love to do nothing more than end the week with getting hammered on some liquor. So every $5 Super Chat, we'll take that down today. Every $10 Super Chat, we'll do some spicy jelly beans, get bean boozled. Every $20 Super Chat, we'll do a Boilermaker. We'll combine some beer and some shots together. And then every $50 Super Chat, we will do, I'm knocking down shot glasses, the beer bong as well. So that's what's on the menu today. As you guys know, if we get to 200, we will do a boot. Been a minute since we've done a boot. I would love to make that happen today. We'll see if you guys can deliver. And who is going to be the one to send the first Super Chat of today's show? $sign next to the chat box if you want to contribute. When we drink, we win. We drink, we score. So if you guys want that Seahawks win today, you know what to do. Send in a Super Chat. Let's drink. Let's party. Let's have ourselves a good time here on this Friday afternoon. And let's get this weekend started on the right note. 18 likes. Got to get 25 to start today's show. And we'll get rocking and rolling here in just a bit. While we wait on the likes, which we are about 6 or 7 away from, here is what's ahead. We will be discussing the latest news and rumors on your Seattle Seahawks as we'll talk about signing Donovan Smith, and we got big injury news to get to on Abraham Lucas. I'll say this much, a little tease for what's ahead. It's good news on Abraham Lucas, which, I'll be honest, Smitty, we have been waiting for some good news on Abraham Lucas.
It's been all quiet on the Lucas front as of late.
So you'll like what you have to hear about Abraham Lucas coming up in just a bit. Also, the UFL season wrapped up over the weekend. Smitty, did you watch any of the UFL this season?
I knew it was on, but it wasn't in clear view of me at the sports bar I was at, so I did not care. I was watching Bryson win a U.S. Open and me some money.
Did you bet on any UFL?
I did not bet on any UFL, no. I haven't watched any semi-pro football since the inaugural restart of the XFL a couple years back.
The Vince McMahon version.
No, the 2019 version, the 2019 one. Was that Vince McMahon led as well?
That Vince McMahon led the
OG.
Led the 2020 XFL.
Oh, okay. Was it 2020?
2020. It was right before COVID.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
For the love of football. I went to an XFL game in St. Louis, actually, back in 2020.
Battlehawks?
The Battlehawks against the New Jersey Guardians?
I think it is the Guardians.
Yes.
It's the New York. It was the New York Guardians.
Yes, New York Guardians. Yes, they played at MetLife.
Yep, classic.
There was a good crowd. It was like 30,000. It was the Battlehawks' first game since the Rams had left.
Yeah, it's probably the only good crowd in XFL history.
A lot of F. Kroenke signs.
Oh, yes. That makes sense because St. Louis lost their NFL team. Okay, I get why they had a big crowd then.
Yeah, well, and actually the crowds in St. Louis have been pretty good since, but that's the only football they got. Then we also got a Madden Sim we'll do. Seahawks and Bills coming up later today at the end of the show. Smitty, you know the outcome. I do not of this game. Seahawks taking on Josh Allen. We're actually favored today, according to the sports books out there. Hopefully we're in for a good game today.
I'm excited. I went to college out by Buffalo, so it'd be fun if the Seahawks got this win. I get to rub it in my college buddies' faces.
Yes. So let's stick it to them. Let's win this Madden Sim today. We're at 5-2 right now. Things are going good. It hasn't always been easy.
I would be very happy if the Seahawks were 5-2 come middle of October.
I mean, we had a rough start. We blew a 17-9 lead in the fourth quarter of Denver week 1. And then week 3, we got our ass beat by the Miami Dolphins, 35-7. But we're riding, what is it, 3-4 game winning streak?
4-game streak right now.
4-game streak.
We started out 1-2, and now we're 5-2.
So, yeah, things are good. So, we'll bring that to you coming up at the end of today's show. 2 more likes, and then I'll crack open the Michelob, and we'll get started here on this Fan Friday edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. Glad to have you with us. Thanks for ending your week, starting your weekend on the channel. We're doing these live shows now, not just once, but twice a week throughout the rest of the offseason, every Wednesday and Friday for Seahawks Today. A lot of fun bringing you guys this coverage, talking about your Hawks and doing these Madden Sims. So next week, a little change in the schedule. I am off next Friday. I am taking a little extended vacation off to Nashville. So we will do our Friday live show on Thursday. We'll have a little Friday junior action, if you will. So we're going to be live Wednesday and Thursday next week. So a little programming note on that front there. If you're ready to get started, like the video. We did reach 25 likes. Thank you. So here's the first beer, going with a nice cold Michelob, 96 calories, 2.6 carbs, right up my alley these days. Cheers to all the 12s and everybody out there. Let's have ourselves a good day today, shall we? Voila. There we go. Now we're awake. Now we're ready to go. All right, let's get started. Segment 1, news and rumors, starting right now. Welcome in to another edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. On today's show, could Seattle sign free agent Donovan Smith? The folks at USA Today's Seahawks Wire have suggested the possibility. We will dive in, discuss this, show you what they had to say, react to it, and more coming up in just a matter of moments. Also, we have a big injury update to get to on Abraham Lucas, and I have some very good news in regards to the Seahawks' third-year offensive tackle. We will discuss all of that and more coming up in just a bit. Earlier this week, we smashed the likes record. We were challenged by Chase Sr. of the 49ers report to get 1,000 likes in the video. He said, there's no way you guys can do it. And I said, just watch us. We are going to deliver. And you guys made it happen with 1,324 likes. Let's up it a bit. Chase said, well, there's no way you guys can get 1,500 likes on a video. And I said, the 12s, they delivered once, they will deliver again. So let's make it happen. Let's get 1,500 likes on today's video. Why not? Like the video, show some love, piss off Chase Sr. and the Niners, and we'll get started with today's show. Seahawks Wire is suggesting that the Seattle Seahawks should sign veteran offensive tackle Donovan Smith in NFL free agency. Smith, most recently with the Kansas City Chiefs, where he won a Super Bowl, was a big part of that offensive line there in Kansas City, and surprisingly is still available at this point for any team to sign. And the Seahawks do have some cap space, around $9 million, so they could afford a guy like Donovan Smith and make one more potential move. Let's hear from Tim Weaver of Seahawks Wire on why Donovan Smith. If they can manage to sign a trusted veteran left tackle, it would go a long way towards assuring our concerns about this unit. Charles Cross was pretty terrible in pass coverage last season, and having a reliable backup at this spot is a good idea. The Seahawks have money to spend, and this would make me feel a whole lot better about the direction of the offensive line. As of right now, the number one concern for the Seattle Seahawks entering 2024 is the O-line. And as much as we've talked about the interior of the offensive line being an issue with a couple of young guys competing for the right guard spot and not knowing what we're going to get out like in Tomlinson and Oluwatimi entering his second year, tackle spot's a concern too. Charles Cross dealt with some injuries last year, not great in pass protection. Hasn't really looked like the top 10 pick he once was. You guys know about Abraham Lucas and his injury issues with that knee, which we'll have more on coming up in just a bit. I would feel like I could breathe for a second if you brought Donovan Smith in to the equation and potentially provide some flexibility. Maybe you move Lucas to guard and start Smith at right tackle and move, or start him at left tackle and move Charles Cross to right tackle, whatever it may be. Let's get to know Donovan Smith a little bit. 2015 second-round pick out of Penn State by the Buccaneers, won a Super Bowl with the Bucs, was on that Tom Brady Tampa Bay Bucs team, then went on to win a Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs this past season. His numbers, according to PFF last year, they're not off the charts, if you will. Pass block grade, 60.3. Run block grade, not great, 45.1, which gives him an overall grade of a 55.4. Played in 749 snaps, also got called for 9 penalties. So is Donovan Smith earth-shattering? Not by any stretch of the imagination. But you look at this group, if I add him to this mix all of a sudden, then I got more pieces, more guys to work with. I'm not having to make the phone call week 2 for 41-year-old Jason Peters if I bring in Donovan Smith. All of a sudden, I got some flexibility. I got some depth. You have to think that we're going to see this offensive line change and look different throughout the year. It's highly unlikely. These 5 will be your starting 5 for all 17 games. You add Donovan Smith in there, you feel better about where this is headed. Should the Seahawks sign Donovan Smith? What do you think about what Seahawks Wire had to say? Do you agree? I don't hate it. What do you guys think? Type S for sign, P for pass. Wait in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now. Chatsports.com/Murphy is where you can get yours today. He's going to wear the number 91, so add a 9 to that 1 to get yours now at chatsports.com/Murphy. Free shipping available. Got men's and women's options, all sorts of different sizes for you. Got the home jerseys, the road jerseys, and more. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Murphy. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. That's chatsports.com/Murphy. Father Abraham, he's back. Good news to report on our Honest Abe, if you will, as he posted to his Instagram this past week a video doing deadlifts without the knee brace, which, folks, I'm sure just the thought of this, if you haven't seen for yourself, I encourage you to go look. It is, I would say, breathtaking or eye-popping, if you will. Kind of like, oh my gosh, we finally are here. There is light at the end of the tunnel, right? He's finally at it on the right track, it would seem. Lee Val, 12th Man Rising, did a great job kind of describing everything. Listen to this. Lucas did not participate in any of the team's off-season drills since he was still recovering from surgery in January. The hope is that he will return for training camp in late July. Recently, Lucas posted a video on his Instagram account, which was very promising. He was doing deadlifts without wearing a brace on his knee. There, of course, is a big difference between doing deadlifts and twisting and turning in order to play NFL edge rushers. But any positive sign from Lucas is good. The Seahawks need him to be able to count on him for most games well into the future. If that cannot happen, Seattle needs to find Lucas's long-term replacement. Now, I don't want to read too much into an Instagram video, right? But still, just for what we've seen, that's a step in the right direction with Abraham Lucas, who Pete Carroll, remember, he described having a chronic issue with this knee last year. Got injured week 1, was never the same again. He did come back at the end of the season, but it just wasn't right. He goes to January, gets the surgery done, and the hope is that this is taken care of, that this is not an issue that lingers. Look, we want to see Abraham Lucas back on the football field and fully healthy, but my fear is with Abraham Lucas, and granted I'm not a doctor, but just as an outside observer, is that this is an issue that lingers on as far as that goes. But at least it would appear that he's on the right track. Lucas was very solid as a rookie, the third-round pick out of Washington State. You could argue his rookie season compared to Charles Cross was better than Charles Cross, comparing the two as they both made their debuts. And then missed most of last year. We saw it by committee in replacing him. Now you bring in Jason Peters into the fold, or not Jason Peters. You bring in George Fant. You brought in Jason Peters last year. You bring George Fant into the fold, and Fant is kind of your safety net, if you will, if Abraham Lucas can't give it a go. But in his career, you're looking at 22 games played with 22 starts. He started every game he's been available. And the numbers last year, according to PFF, as you can see, it just was never right for Abraham Lucas in that small sample size. 273 snaps. The one plus side was he didn't get called for any penalties. But the run block grade, not great, 58.8. Pass block grade, which is supposed to be Abraham Lucas' strength, right? That was a 44.4 pass block grade, which was very uncharacteristic from him, resulting in an overall grade of 53.1 on the season. So I want to know, now that we're headed the right direction, if you will, are you worried about Abraham Lucas? I'm still worried, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I think that's the right way to phrase this, if you will. How are you feeling right now? You worried about Big Abe? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Way in the comment section. Let us know what you think. If you enjoyed today's show, you want to stick it to the Niners fans, you know what to do. Like the video. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. How about that intro video at the beginning of the show? That was pretty snazzy, if I'd say so myself. Like the video, and we'll see you next time here on Seahawks Today. All right. One down, two to go. Up next, we'll talk UFL free agent targets. But let's ask you, as we have a super chat from Dano that we'll get to here in just a moment. Are you worried about Abraham Lucas? Y for yes, in for no. Smitty, let's go to you now. You heard what I had to say. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm still worried, but it seems like we're headed in the right direction.
It definitely seems like we're heading in the right direction. I just got to see it on the football field, man. You know, like I've been burned by bad Seahawks offensive lines for the better part of a decade now, ever since Max Unger was traded for Jimmy Graham, and it's kind of been downhill since there. I think the 2022 season was probably the best iteration we've seen, and that was Cross and Lucas's rookie years, and that was them at their most healthy. And last year they spent it not as healthy. Now they have to get back out there and get back to form like they were in 2022, keep Geno Smith protected, or else it's going to look like Geno Smith's season last year where he didn't have as much protection. He was rushed a lot, and he made a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah? What do you guys think? Y for yes, in for no. Are you worried about Abraham Lucas? Dano says yes. Lon says yes. Just Life says yes.
Yeah,
Crazy Florida guy says meh. Phobia says yes. Mark is with me. He says, I'm with Tyler. I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'd still be typing my Y's for yes if I was asked, am I worried about Abraham Lucas? I'm not 100% confident that he'll be out there ready to roll all season long.
All right. Dano with a $10 super chat says, hashtag Seahawks, we have two great running backs with the holes in our O-line. Do you think we'll be able to run the ball consistently? Dano, great question. We will pay off a spicy jelly bean here in just a moment. But let's answer this question first, Smitty. Consistently, I would say no. I would hope that's the case, but with the question marks on the offensive line, that's going to limit your run game. I'll say this. I think Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, those guys are going to bring it every time. And I do worry about both of them with their injuries because they both have injury history, especially Kenneth Walker the last 2 years. They're going to do their part, but it's only going to go as far as the offensive line can take them.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I mean, any good running back season over the past decade or really ever, honestly, they have had a good offensive line. When Marshawn Lynch was in his prime running the ball for Seattle, the offensive lines were typically pretty good. There were some years that the offensive line wasn't very good, and we got some good production out of guys like Thomas Rawls or C.J. Prosise had a good year in there. Rashad Penny had a great end.
Even Chris Carson.
Why am I forgetting about the GOAT, Chris Carson?
I was not a fan of Chris Carson in college at Oklahoma State. Granted, he had a bad O-line at Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Goes to the Seahawks, much better offensive line, and then he flourished.
Yeah, he had some great years, and those were all not great offensive lines. They were just average to maybe even below average, and those running backs, a lot of them had great seasons. We've seen it with Kenneth Walker as well. He's a guy who can make something out of nothing, in my opinion. He doesn't need the best offensive line in the world to really find success because he's such a shifty runner, and he's that perfect combination of power and speed. So Kenneth Walker's a guy who I know can make plays no matter what's in front of him. But I don't know. I don't know. Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker probably going to split more carries than they did last year. I got to see it. I want to see what this team can do, and I want to see what kind of run schemes that they build up with.
I think they're going to do a lot of 2 running back sets, especially since you're not using a fullback in this offense compared to the prior offense. That both of them are going to be asked to be good blockers too.
I like that. I think Zach Charbonnet is up to the task of that. We've already seen Kenneth Walker be a good pass blocker in the past as well.
I like this from Lon. He says, injury update. Bill's new girlfriend has an earache at dinner due to Bill's breakdown on how the Patriots win preseason game 2. That's funny, Lon. Lon bringing the jokes today. Let's go back to Super Chat menu. If you want to be like Lon, by the way, spicy jelly bean time. Smitty, I'll take the first.
Yeah, you are taking the first. I ain't repping no spicy jelly bean.
We'll see what the Super Chats have to say about that.
Oh, boy.
I will take care of the first. Let's spin the wheel and see what I end up with on the spicy jelly beans. Have you done these before? Oh, okay. So, we'll see. Here we go. Our options today. Cayenne, habanero, Carolina Reaper, jalapeno, and sriracha. Let's spin the wheel and see what we end up with here.
I feel like sriracha's got to be the
jelly
coolest,
beans.
the coolest of the
Cayenne
spices.
is the choice.
That's pretty spicy.
Cayenne is the choice. That is what, the red one? Okay. All right, jelly bean time. Let's get beaned.
Let's get beaned.
Let's get beaned. Here we go. Cayenne. I got my water in hand ready to go because I'm going to need it in my Kansas Yeti cup here. Here we go. Spicy jelly bean time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that hits quick.
Quick, huh?
Oh, God. Oh. Okay. Oh, that burns. That burns. Water.
Needed it.
Now,
Water might make it worse.
it might be. Got it in my hands, too. That was rough. Lon, that was rough. If you want to see more of that, every $10 Super Chat, we'll keep taking those down. First time Super Chatters do the Seahawks chant. $5, we'll drink some Fireball. I got to drink some beer after that. I got to wash that down.
Yeah.
$20 Super Chat, do a Boilermaker. $10 beer bong, or $50 do a beer bong. And then if we get to 200 a day, we'll do a boot. $10 coming in, so we're $190 away. Up next, let's talk UFL free agent targets. Dano says, sorry, Tyler. No. You earned that. There's no apologies. You earned that, Dano. I'm glad to do it. You paid for it. You bought it. We pay off accordingly. News. We already did news and rumors. Up next, UFL free agent targets. Madden Sim coming up in just a bit. Seahawks and Bills, so stay tuned for that. Let's get going. Let's talk UFL free agent targets. To kind of give context, too, real quick before we start this. The UFL, by the way, was the USFL and the XFL merging to form the UFL, which, by the way, side note, Smitty, you had, I thought, one of the best things about those two leagues was their brands. They built up good brand names. Why the hell would you call yourself the UFL when you had the established brands in the XFL and the USFL?
It should have just been, I don't know, because you'd have to choose one, I guess, right?
They were the conference names of each.
I like that.
And then they came together to form the UFL? Like, come on.
Oh.
I didn't understand. One more drink of beer. Then we'll talk UFL free agents.
Here we go.
Glad to have you with us here on Seahawks Today. Tyler Jones here. And the UFL season, the United Football League, which was the first year of the combined XFL and USFL together, their season wrapped up over the weekend, and they have plenty of players that are looking for their name to be called to get a chance to earn a spot on a roster in the upcoming NFL season. The Seahawks have already signed one in Ricky Person Jr., the running back from the Birmingham Stallions. Who else could they potentially add? I got 5 players that could sign with Seattle coming up on today's show. Before we do that, though, folks, we have a challenge going on this month here at Chat Sports. We are trying to see who can be in the top 10 for new subscribers to their respective channels. And if you look at the list, I hate to inform you all, Seahawks Today is not in that top 10. I would love to crack the top 10 of the most subscribers added for the month of June. So if you're a diehard Seahawks fan, you want to be a part of our daily news and rumors, our live shows that we're doing twice a week, breaking news, mailbags, and more. This is your Seahawks offseason headquarters. Join the family. Subscribe now. Let's beat the Niners, the Raiders, the Broncos, the Vikings, all those frauds. Subscribe now, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. Let's begin with Breeland Speaks, the edge rusher who spent this past season with the Michigan Panthers squad. And he was pretty impressive this year with the Michigan squad as he was the UFL's Defensive Player of the Year. Led the UFL in sacks, and he has NFL experience. If you go back to 2018, he was a second-round pick out of Ole Miss by the Kansas City Chiefs. And one of the funny things about him, you may recall, if you're trying to remember who these guys are, Breeland Speaks when he was at Ole Miss, he had this gif that was made famous of when he recovered a fumble of him just grinning ear to ear. That guy is who we're talking about, Breeland Speaks. Never really quite found his footing in Kansas City, but since going to the UFL, he was fantastic. Look at the numbers from this past season. 31 total tackles, 10 sacks, 13 tackles for loss there with the Michigan Panthers. Was a dynamic player, and you have to think he's going to get another shot at the National Football League. He showed off the talent that he was in college of why he was a second-round pick. And his time in Kansas City didn't really turn out to be a scheme fit for what the Chiefs were wanting to do. So obviously there's talent there. It's just got to be put together. And the Seahawks have some question marks at the edge rusher position beyond Uchenna Nwosu and Boye Mafe. Is Darrell Taylor going to be able to get it done? Is Derek Hall going to be able to put it together? Breeland Speaks could come in and compete for some playing time potentially. Should the Seahawks sign Breeland Speaks? What do you guys think? Type S for sign, P for pass. Add some depth to the edge rusher position. Weigh in. Let us know. Next up, let's talk linebacker. It's no secret the Seahawks need some help at the linebacker position as right now Terrell Dodson is hurt, Jerome Baker is hurt, John Radigan and Tyrese Knight kind of leading the way, if you will. So what about DeMarquise Gates as a potential option? He was a champion this year in the UFL with the Birmingham Stallions, who won their third straight championship. Doesn't matter if they were playing the USFL or the UFL. Skip Holtz has got a good program running there. Previous NFL experience with the Browns, the Commanders, the Vikings, and the Bears. Played alongside Breeland Speaks at Ole Miss. He was undrafted back in 2018. His statistics, not over the top. 37 total tackles and 2 sacks this past year there with the Birmingham Stallions. But he is a name to potentially watch as far as that goes. Let's stay on defense now. And we'll turn our attention to a very familiar name in the National Football League, Kai Nacua. And for those wondering, yes, he is related to Puka Nacua. More on that coming up in just a bit. Kai Nacua, undrafted in 2017 out of BYU. Played for several different teams across the National Football League, the Browns, the Ravens, the Panthers, the Colts, the 49ers, and the Jets. And he was fantastic this past season in the UFL as he made the All-UFL team, the first team of best players in that league. Also was the interceptions leader, tied for the league lead in INTs this past season with 3. And here's the connection we're talking about here. Kai is Puka Nacua's older brother, the rookie Pro Bowl receiver for the Los Angeles Rams. So comes from a good pedigree, if you will, there in that Nacua family. And you think about his brother Puka was not a guy that was high on draft boards last year and kind of just shocked the world, right, with the season that he had. Maybe Kai is potentially being overlooked here. And you look at the safety position, the Seahawks going to start Rayshon Jenkins and Julian Love. Still kind of looking for a third option, if you will. There's some question marks surrounding Kobe Bryant. We don't know what Kayvon Wallace is going to do. maybe you bring in Kai Nakua to compete for playing time in that safety room potentially. Who's a player from the UFL that you would like to see the Seahawks sign? Give me a name. We've talked about a few so far. Got a couple more to get to coming up in just a moment, but want to hear from you guys. Weigh in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Let's go receiver now, and we turn our attention to Marcell Ateman, the wide receiver who was with the St. Louis Battlehawks this past season. And if that name is familiar to you, it wasn't too long ago that he was a star at Oklahoma State, part of a very dynamic offense with the Cowboys under Mike Gundy, and was one of the top targets in that offensive system there at Oklahoma State. Ended up being a 7th-round pick, went to the Raiders, then bounced around to a couple different teams with the Cardinals and the Bills. He's gotten a little chance to compete. 19 career games played with 2 starts in the National Football League. His numbers this past year, not anything off the charts, if we're going to be honest here. 17 catches, 208 yards, 12.2 yards per reception, 3 touchdowns. But let's see what he could potentially do. You look at the Seahawks wide receiver room, we know about the first 4, right, with DK, Tyler Lockett, JSN, and Jake Bobo. But beyond that, it is an open competition for that 5th spot with D. Eskridge, with Chenault, and a couple of those other guys there. We'll see if Marcell Ateman could be a potential possibility there. I want to know, be honest with me, tell the truth here. Did you watch a single UFL game this season for the love of football? I will be honest, I actually did. I did watch some UFL football this year. The stands, the people in attendance, kind of pathetic, if I'm going to be honest with you. But the UFL wasn't a bad product. I mean, it was football in the spring. What did you expect? What do you guys, let me know. Did you watch the UFL? Why for yes, in for no. Last on our list, we have to talk offensive linemen, specifically interior linemen. This is where we find Deonte Brown, the offensive guard, on our list. And you look at Deonte Brown, it wasn't too long ago, he was a 6th-round pick out of Alabama. He was a first-team All-SEC guy there with the Crimson Tide, won 2 national titles. I mean, when you think Deonte Brown, you just have to say champion, right? 2 college football titles, won a UFL title this past year there with the Birmingham Stallions. And the scouting report, not too bad. This could be what the Seahawks are potentially looking for. Very wide, thick, and powerful. Lower body, drive to push defenders. He's a bit choppy. He's disciplined with his feet. Sharp pass and receive against twists. He can take that on well. The big knock on him, the thing that's kind of held him back, if you will, is that he lacks functional quickness on that front. But overall, not a bad potential option for the Seahawks if they're looking for some O-line depth there at the interior on that front. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. I mean, who else is talking? UFL guys for the Seattle Seahawks. That's what we do here on Seahawks Today. We're bringing you live shows twice a week. We get our daily news and rumors. We're bringing you our mailbags, breaking news. It's all in one place. All the latest happenings in your favorite team right here on Seattle Seahawks Today. Let's do our part. Win this month-long sub-battle among chat sports. Subscribe now, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. Stay up to date with everything in your Seattle Seahawks, live twice a week. Have a great weekend. I'm Tyler Jones, and I will see you next time right here on Seattle Seahawks Today. All right. Up next, Madden Sim time. Seahawks and Bills coming up next. Did you watch a single UFL game this year? Y for yes, in for no. Daniel says yes. Dano says no. Lon says no, but I saw Steve Young play the Portland Breakers in Portland way back in the day in the USFL. Smitty, I love that comment from Lon. I mean, obviously this isn't the USFL of old, but you had some good players back in the day like Steve Young, Herschel Walker.
Kurt Warner ever make his way in there?
Kurt Warner was Arena League.
Yeah, he was Arena.
You also had Warren Moon.
Yep. Who
went on to play for the Seahawks. So I don't know if you're going to be finding the next Warren Moon necessarily. P.J. Walker of the Seahawks.
That's right.
Played in the XFL a couple years ago. So crazy Florida guy does not want a single one of those guys. B.J. says he did not watch any of the USFL the UFL this year.
You know, what often gets forgotten about, which is the big superior of, I guess, the granddaddy of them all when it comes to semi-pro football leagues. The AAF was unbelievable.
That didn't last long at all.
That was a fantastic product. I was a fan of the AAF.
The old Colts guy was behind that. Why is his name escaping me?
I don't know. It's not Ursay. It's somebody else.
Bill Polian.
Oh, Bill Polian was behind that.
Bill Polian.
Yeah. That was good ball. I was an Orlando Apollos guy.
What happened to Bill Polian? He kind of fell off the face of the
my
earth.
Apollos won the title.
I remember when Bill Polian was a very much a Lamar Jackson hater.
Yes, he's not a fan, maybe for more reasons than one, but we digress.
I see what you did there. Yes, the AAF, that was some fun times.
The Alliance of American Football is what they called it.
Yes, they. I remember, funny story about the AAF. You were an Orlando fan, you said?
Orlando Apollos, that was my squad.
That makes sense with your teams just being all over the place.
That's right.
They
didn't have many teams. There's only like 8 of them.
So
they didn't have one in New York.
Steve Spurrier was the coach of that team.
Correct.
The former Florida and South Carolina coach.
I think that's the only reason I became a fan of them, because he was the only coach name I knew.
And they went undefeated.
Yeah.
After they closed down the league, he self-declared them champs and bought rings for the entire team.
That's kind of electric. I did not know that. I believe Garrett Grayson was the quarterback of that team.
Those were the days. The AAF. Back to the Super Chat menu. Before we begin this Madden Sim, Seahawks and Bills coming up in just a bit. Let's get the Super Chat menu, show you what we got in store today. If you would like to contribute and be a part of today's show, here's how our friends can do so. First-time Super Chatters, you get the Seahawks chant. $5 Super Chat. Fireball Friday, we'll take shots for every $5 Super Chat that rolls our way. $10 Super Chat, we'll do a spicy jelly bean. I already took down one. It was painful. But if the 12s buy it, I'll pay off accordingly. Every $20 Super Chat, we'll do a Boilermaker. We'll mix some beer and whiskey together. Every $50 Super Chat, we'll do a beer bong as well. And if we get to 200 today, then we will do Das Boot. BJ says, once I found out Seattle no longer had a team, I was out. The Seattle Sea Dragons, who he's referring to, they played at Lumen Field as well. Smitty, that felt like the Kirkland brand version of the Seahawks. Like, you didn't even try with the name.
No, I kind of respect it, though. They wanted to be affiliated. They wanted to be aligned with the city and then their mascot. They wanted to be aligned with the sea.
What even is a Sea Dragon?
Mythical. You'd have to go out and find one yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe a Kraken of some sort. That's also a Seattle team. So there you have it. Mariners, Kraken, Seahawks. It's all aquatic up in the Pacific Northwest. Sea Dragons just try to follow.
Bring back the Sonics.
Yes, I'm in favor of that. Bring back the Sonics.
I think the Sonics come back as an expansion team.
Yeah, and I don't think that they'll be the Supersonics anymore. I believe they will just be called the Seattle Sonics.
Really? You think they'll drop the Supersonics?
I think they will drop the Super, yeah.
And it won't be Super anymore. Okay.
No.
Really? That's an interesting development. I think the NBA expands to Seattle and Vegas.
Well, because the Oklahoma City Thunder, I believe, have the Supersonic, IP, like intellectual property.
I'm sure they would gladly give that up, actually.
They probably would gladly give it up, and I'm sure the lineage would go back to the Seattle team.
Because right now, the Thunder actually own the Sonics' history.
Yeah, they would do a little Hornets-Pelicans situation. Because the Bobcats, when they came about, they didn't have any history. They did not carry the lineage of the Charlotte Hornets. Right. The New Orleans Hornets did. Then they became the New Orleans Pelicans, gave it back to the Charlotte Hornets, which became the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah. Shout out Clay Bennett. Public enemy number 1 in Seattle.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's get to the Madden Sim, shall we? Seahawks, Bills, week number 8 in the National Football League. We're 5-2, 4-game winning streak. Can we keep the momentum up going against Buffalo here today? We'll bring that matchup for you coming up in just a few moments from right now. Get your predictions in. You got the Seahawks or you got the Bills? It's our poll question right now. 103 votes so far. 96% of you going with the Seahawks. 4% going with the Bills. there. And the Bills come in with a 4-3 record to this contest in our Madden Sims. So we'll see. If the Seahawks win this, then you're looking at everything in front of you. Then all of a sudden we're talking about this team with a realistic shot to win the division and to do some big things from here. I mean, it's I'm not calling this a must-win game because it's not, but this feels like a big game towards momentum for your outlook of the season. If I'll go as far to say, Smitty, the Seahawks win today. If they go 6-2, they're going to make the playoffs.
They'd be winning 10 games. You'd have to go. What do you have to go? 4-5 to end the season?
I think you're a playoff team if you win today.
Agreed.
Realistically speaking. So, all right. Without further ado, it's game time. Seahawks, Bills, coming up. Week number 8 in the National Football League starts right now. It's game day here on Seahawks Today. The Seattle Seahawks set to take on the Buffalo Bills in week number 8 in the National Football League. A lot of momentum for Seattle these days, riding a 4-game win streak, coming off an overtime win against Atlanta last week. Can they make it 5 in a row? And I'll go as far to say, if the Seahawks can beat Buffalo today, we're going to be a playoff team here, folks. That's how big today's game is. The Seahawks return home, taking on a Buffalo team that's at 4-3 on the season. Josh Allen and company in a transition year. They lost a lot of pieces from last year's squad with Stephon Diggs and company out the window now. They make the West Coast trip. Can the Seahawks keep the momentum going? We shall see, as kickoff is coming up in just a few moments. If you want the Seahawks to win, like the video. Do your part. Don't jinx it. Don't be the reason why the Seahawks lose because you didn't like the video. Just trust me on this, folks. Do your part, like the video, and we'll bring you opening kickoff here in just a few moments. Key to the game today for the Seahawks, what I am watching for specifically is, can the Seahawks keep Josh Allen in the pocket? If they can keep Josh Allen in the pocket and avoid him from getting those scrambles, from throwing on the run and getting creative and all that, then they can minimize his effect and this Bills offense going off. If they can keep him in the pocket, I like our chances today. Predict the score for me. Who wins and what's the final score going to be? You going with Seattle? You going with Buffalo? Weigh in the comments section right now and let us know how you think this game plays out. The Madden Sims will continue all offseason long as we will get this going next week with games against the Rams on June 26th and wrap up the month against the Niners again, this time a road game on June 27th. Then, the second half of the year, we get the Cardinals, the Jets, Cardinals again, followed by the Packers, and wrap up the final 3 weeks with the Vikings, Bears, and Rams here on our Madden stream. So, let's head out to Lumen Field for week number 8 in the NFL. Seahawks and Bills starts right now here on Seahawks Today. Bit of a cloudy day in Seattle for this one. And the Seahawks going with the throwback jerseys today. Tyler Jones here. Tyler Smith in the house here with me today as well. Smitty, I love this throwback uniform. And the Seahawks won wearing the throwbacks last year.
That's right. They won one game wearing the throwbacks. I think they were
at home against Cleveland.
That's right. At home against Cleveland, then on the road against Dallas is where they dropped that game. But there you see Olu, Sam Howell, Geno on his way out. I told the Seahawks to wear their throwback jerseys today, so they listened to me.
I like it. There's Josh Allen and the Bills there. I mentioned my key to the game. Smitty, what are you watching for today?
I'm just looking for the Seattle team to keep Geno protected. I think Buffalo's got a decent enough pass rush to where Seattle's pass protection could falter in this matchup. So I'm thinking we got to keep our eyes on Von Miller at all times. I know he had a down season in 2023, but you got to keep your eyes on him. And then maybe expose the Buffalo run defense, which has kind of been their weak spot on the defensive end over the past couple of seasons. Hopefully the Seattle can get the run game going, and then it opens up the pass, get a bunch of their weapons.
And although you see Pete Carroll on the sideline, we're still using the playbooks of Mike Macdonald, his defense, and Ryan Grubb's offense. We have updated rosters, although this is Madden 24, so keep this in mind. We tried to get this as close to real as possible. You don't have the updated kickoff and all that, but we make do with what we have. The Seahawks will kick off. The Bills will get the ball first as we get going. The fans are ready, players are ready, coaches are ready. We hope you are too as we're underway from Seattle. Seahawks and Bills starts right now. There's the opening kickoff and brought out past the 25-yard line. That's where we'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills offense for the first time today. Here's something to think about, Smitty. The Bills, with this change, with what they're going through, I think Josh Allen is going to be asked to do things similar to what Patrick Mahomes was asked to do in Kansas City last year, where he didn't have a ton of weapons, and it was kind of up to him just to create with what he has.
Yeah, and honestly, you could even see that as late as last season with Josh Allen and the Bills. They asked him to basically be the team's leading passer, the team's leading rusher, and honestly just fit it in tight windows where his receivers – oh, my God!
Oh! First pass complete, but there's a fumble, and the Seahawks recover. Jerome Baker, what a play! What a play on the first play from scrimmage. Kobe Bryant forces the fumble, and Jerome Baker falls on it. Was his knee down, though? Let's see if they review it. All turnovers are reviewed in the National Football League and in Madden. But it would appear the Seahawks offense is getting ready to take the field. Spam defense! Spam defense after that takeaway. What a start by the Seahawks on defense from the first play from scrimmage. And they are reviewing it. I was afraid of this. Let's see what the officials rule. They're looking at this right now.
Looks like the knee was down to me.
It's all automated anyway. Why can't they get it right the first time?
I know. It's unbelievable.
Keep spamming defense. Let's see what the officials rule here. I do think he's down, unfortunately. Still a hell of an effort. Waiting on the official ruling, and they say Buffalo football. They do say his knee is down.
Are you kidding me?
I hate that, but it's the right call. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Ball at the 39. Single back formation. Allen, screen pass, complete. Gets about 2 yards that time. Julian Love on the tackle. So that will bring up 2nd and 8 for the Seahawks.
Buffalo receiver took the wrong route there, honestly.
Yeah.
Should have went to the outside. He went inside.
All right. 2nd and 8, ball at the 41. Shotgun formation. Allen takes the snap. Pass complete. No. Batted away.
Broken up by
Rick Wallen. Let's go. 3rd down. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3rd down on defense. Seahawks looking to get a stop and force a punt. 3rd and 8. Pistol formation. Allen steps back. Pass. Middle of the field, finds his man open, and that's a 1st down, and the Bills are across midfield. Rayshon Jenkins with the tackle. And the Bills will keep the drive alive. I'll say this much. Between the fumble that was reversed, getting the 3rd down, Keon Coleman, the rookie with the catch, the Seahawks are certainly testing the Bills early.
Yeah, they're giving them their best effort. They're not letting the Bills offense walk all over them like they let the Falcons offense do last week.
Making them earn everything. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Ball at the 40-yard line. Got to be a handoff up the middle. Makes one man miss. Fumble again. Loose ball. The Bills fall on it.
The Bills with some slippery fingers. Maybe a little muggy up in Seattle.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's raining. Just cloudy. But
Bills able to fall on that one.
So far, some good aggressive defense from Seattle. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Ball to 29. Another run. Makes one man miss. 1st down and more. And inside the Fanatics red zone, Cook on the carry. And that's a 1st down for Buffalo.
I talked about the Buffalo run defense being Swiss cheese, but man, the Seahawks run defense looks like that of last season.
That doesn't look great. Chatsports.com/Murphy if you want to get a Byron Murphy jersey on sale today. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Here's another run to Cook, and he is stuffed behind the line. Terrell Dodson.
The former Buffalo Bill making an impact against his team of the past.
Dodson last year for Buffalo was the highest graded linebacker according to PFF.
In coverage.
And now we'll have 2nd and 13. Ball at the 20. Single back formation. Going to be a handoff to Cook again. And
good stop.
Gets about 2 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Jerome Baker on the tackle. Type those threes. 3rd down. Hold them to 3 here. No reason to give up 11 yards on this play. They're going to split them out. Empty set. Allen pass. Middle of the field. Touchdown Bills. And Buffalo strikes first with a touchdown score on their opening drive to take a 6-0 lead with the extra point coming up. No pressure on Allen at all. He had all day. What was that? Type F. That sucked. Extra point attempt on its way. It's up and it's good. Bills take a 7-0 lead. Type those Fs. And let's get to our super chat. Couple super chats, actually. Before we get to the Seahawks on offense, let's see what the folks are saying. As Lon with a $5 super chat. Lon wants a shot. I'll pour one up for Lon. Lon, he sent in his first super chat the other day, and now he just can't get enough of it. He's all in. Much appreciated, Lon. I'll take down this shot for you. Plenty of Fireball. Happy Fireball Friday, everybody. Go Hawks. Let's beat the Let's beat the Bills here. Thank you, Lon, for that. If you want to be like Lon, send in a super chat. Here's the super chat menu. First time super chatters, you get the Seahawks chant. $5 super chat will drink some Fireball. $10 super chat, eat a spicy jelly bean. $20 super chat, we'll do a Boilermaker. $50 super chat, we'll do a beer bong. We get to $200 collectively, we'll do a boot. We're at $25 right now. Seth comes in with a $10 super chat. Seth says, do you see the Niners taking a step back this season? A lot of skilled and top-tier players are older and injury-prone, i.e. Christian McCaffrey, Debo Williams, plus a full year of tape on Purdy. Thoughts? I mean, they won, what, Smitty, 14, 13 games last year?
I believe they won 13, yeah.
It would be hard to win that many again. I still think they're the division favorites. Maybe it's 12 instead of 11, but as of right now, the Niners are still the favorites in the division in the NFC as far as that goes. I think they're still the team to beat at this point in time, but we'll see if things change. Time for another spicy jelly bean. Seth, do you want me or Smitty to do it? I'll spin the wheel, but if you get back to me within the next minute, then I'll let you decide. Otherwise, I'll just take care of it myself. Here we go. Sriracha is the choice of the next jelly bean. We'll get to that here in a moment. Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now. Chatsports.com/Murphy is where you can find these today. He's going to wear the number 91. Got the home jersey, the road jersey. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Murphy. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Check out the jerseys today. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Seth asked if Smitty would do it.
Seth, I really don't want to, but I guess I will.
All right. Here is the Sriracha jelly bean, Smitty.
Okay.
Before the Seahawks get on offense for the first time today.
All right. Sriracha jelly bean.
This one's for Seth.
Down the hatch.
Here we go. How you feeling? It hitting? That doesn't look pleasant. Oh.
Ow. I don't know why I chewed so many times. My mouth is burning.
Oh, no.
Holy fuck.
Oh, God. That was something. All right, back to the action.
Yeah, I'm going to go get some water. You can watch this game.
Yeah, let's keep going here. Seahawks about to get the football. After the kickoff here. We'll see Geno Smith, the Seahawks offense, for the first time today. Kickoff coming up. Smith is struggling after that jelly bean, folks. Not great. Just Life says go get some milk. We'll see. The Seahawks kick off. The Seahawks will get the footballs. The Bills will kick off here. D. Eskridge out for the return. Here's the kick. And fielded at the 2-yard line. And brought out to about the 27. That is where we'll see the Seahawks offense for the first time today. Geno Smith and company in the throwback uniforms today, looking snazzy. Down 7-0. Let's see how they can respond after the opening drive touchdown from Buffalo. Buffalo fumbled it twice. Seattle recovered the first time, but it was overturned. Second one, the Bills recovered, and Buffalo ended up scoring. Now let's see what Seattle can do to respond. 1st and 10, ball at the 26. Shotgun formation, Geno, pass, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up for Seattle.
Still don't feel great.
If it makes you feel any better, Seth said, love you, Smitty.
Love you too, Seth.
2nd and 10. Geno steps back, rolls to his left, pass. Intercepted. Oh, God. An awful start to this game. Von Miller with the interception. Spam F. Spam F. That's horrendous. What a terrible start. The Seahawks give up an opening drive touchdown, and Geno Smith throws an interception to Von Miller on the first drive. What are we doing? Disgusting behavior, almost as bad as the jelly beans. So the Bills will take over with great field position. 1st and 10, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, up 7-0. What an awful start. Ball at the 34-yard line. Going to be a play action. Pressure. Got him. Sacked. Josh Allen brought down by Jerome Baker. A huge play. Spam sack. Spam sack. What a play there by Jerome Baker. The Seahawks sent the blitz and made the Bills pay for it. Spam sack. I'm shouting out everybody that spam sack. Let's go. Needed that. Needed that badly, folks. Needed that badly. Down he goes. Down he goes. 2nd and 21 now for Buffalo. Allen, pass. Complete. 3-yard gain. Kobe Bryant on the tackle. BJ typing sack. Lon typing sack. Mudhorn typing sack. Mark. 3rd down. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3rd and 18. Can the Seahawks defense get a stop and keep the Bills out of field goal range? Passes it. Complete. And it's the rookie Keon Coleman out of Florida State again as the Bills keep the drive alive. Josh Allen had all day that time. Toe tap catch by Coleman there. That's disappointing.
Reek Woolen just got cooked by a guy who can't run routes.
Literally. We're going to challenge this. Okay.
We just saw the replay. His feet are down.
That looks like a catch to me. I don't know what we're doing here. We're throwing the challenge. What do you guys think? Was that a catch? Y for yes, N for no. Was it a catch? Let's find out right now. What is the ruling from the officials? And it's a catch. So Pete's still around throwing bad challenges still. Some things never change. And the Bills will keep the chains moving. 1st and 10, ball at the 11-yard line for Buffalo. Shotgun formation. One back in the backfield. Allen pass incomplete. Off of the hands of Dawson Knox. The Seahawks got lucky there. He just dropped it. 2nd and 10 coming up. Under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Can the Seahawks defense hold them here? Going to go to the I formation. Allen going to hand it off. And Cook with a positive pickup there. Yeah, that's Jerome Baker. Jerome Baker with the tackle. 3-yard gain. Baker's already got 3 tackles today. So 3rd and 7. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3rd down. Allen steps back. Pass to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Buffalo. And it's Keon Coleman again. And the Bills go up by 2 scores, and this is not looking pretty. A bad start for the Seattle Seahawks here in the first quarter. Type F. Type F. Smitty, this is about going as poorly as you could have thought.
It is going pretty poorly, but I got faith. I got faith in the Seahawks.
Extra point attempt up and good.
2 scores ain't nothing.
A lot of football to go. A lot of football still remaining. Down 14-0 here in the first quarter. Seahawks got to get points here. Got to respond. Cannot do what we're doing here. This is just a debacle. This is a mess. Bishop will kick off. Seahawks will get the football. As they threw an interception on their last possession. Geno threw it to Von Miller. Let's see what Seattle can do now. Here's the kick, fielded at the 1. Eskridge brings it out past the 20, makes one man miss, and gets close to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. So here we go. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Seattle down 14-0. How will they respond after just an atrocious start to this football game?
What'll it be, Geno?
What do you got? Don't make us put Sam Howell in there. Geno pass complete, finds JSN open.
Nice 7-yard gain there.
Good start to the drive. First catch of the afternoon from Smith and Jigba. So 2nd and 3 as the clock continues to run here in the first quarter. Ball to 31, and that will do it for quarter 1. Seahawks down 14-0 as we enter quarter number 2. That was just a mess. Folks, you got to subscribe to Seahawks Today for continuing Seahawks coverage all offseason long, including these Madden Sims. Here's a run. K9, he's got the first. First down, Seattle. For the first time today, type those ones. Type those ones. We needed that. We needed that. A first down. Finally, something positive. Type those ones. I'll shout out the ones. Spam it. Spam it. 1st and 10. Do it again. Ball to 35. Play action. Pass. Complete. And that's a 3-yard pickup there. Caleb's typing 1. Mudhorn's typing 1. BJ's typing 1. Dano, Mark, Caleb. Lon says walk the dog. 2nd and 7. Pistol formation. Ball to 39. Going to be a handoff to the left. Here's K9. Makes one man miss. He's got a first down and more. And the Seahawks close to midfield after another big gain from Kenneth Walker. Keep typing those ones. Keep typing those ones. Seahawks keeping the drive alive. Smitty establishing the run, keeping the chains moving.
That's what I said they had to do. Let's move.
Back to the ground game they go. Kenneth Walker going to lose yardage that time, about a 4-yard loss.
Looked like there was some confusion in the backfield there.
Yeah, somebody missed their assignment. So 2nd and 14 now.
Come on, what's it going to be, Gino? Drops back, surveying, steps up in the pocket.
He's going to keep it himself. Go! 5-yard gain. We don't see that very often from Gino. We'll take it when we get it.
Good stuff. Sets up 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 5. 3rd down on offense means like the video. Like to convert on 3rd down. Big play. Big play coming up. Seahawks across midfield, looking to get points this drive. Gino steps back, pass. Incomplete, 4th down. I'd be very tempted to go for it here. I don't think they will. I think they'll punt. 4th and 5.
They punted on 4th and inches last week. This is a conservative ball club.
That's true. Here's the punt. There's a flag down. Did they run into the kicker?
Uh-oh, baby.
I think they did. That might be a 1st down for Seattle.
Personal foul. Running into the kicker.
1st down, Seahawks. 1st down. Type those ones. Roughing the kicker.
It'll say Seahawk ball.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
In opponent territory. 1st down, Seahawks.
Whatever it takes to keep the drive alive. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. Type those ones. 1st down, Seattle. A big break there for the Seahawks. And Seattle will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 32. In field goal range for Jason Myers. Here's a handoff to Walker. Back to the run game they go. And there's another 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 on the way. All right. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Smith takes the snap. Pass. Finds this man open. 1st down. Inside the Fanatics red zone. JSN with the catch. Keep typing those ones. Type those ones. Seahawks keep the drive alive. They got a chance to get some points this drive. Type the ones. I'm shouting out the ones right now. Let's go. Just Life typing 1. Gino steps back. Rolls to his right, pass. That's complete, but behind the line. Going to be a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up. Man. That might have been the momentum shift we needed, getting that roughing the passer call there, or roughing the kicker call there, Smitty.
Here we go. 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
Gotta score here.
2nd and 11. Can't leave points on the board.
We can double up and score and tie this one up after the half.
Gino pass. Complete.
Okay. Another 3rd and manageable coming up.
3rd and 4. 3rd down on offense means like the video. Like the video to convert. Come on, offense. Come on now. Down 14-0. The Seahawks got to get some points this drive. Ball at the 10-yard line. 3rd and 4. And play action. Gino steps back, going to the corner. Caught, but short. 4th and 2. Timeout, Seattle.
What do they do here? Do they go for it?
Looks like Jason Myers is warming up. I'd go for it, but I think they're going to kick it. I think they're going to take the 3.
That's interesting.
I see Gino.
Yeah, it looks like.
The offense stays on the field. Let's go. Let's go. Drop your sack, Mike Macdonald. Let's go. Walker with the carry. 1st down, Seahawks. 1st and goal. Type those ones. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we wanted to see. Mark typing 1. El Mastro. Caleb. BJ. 1st and goal, Seattle. I am shocked they weren't conservative, that they didn't take the points. Gino, first and goal, pass. Into the end zone, complete, touchdown Seahawks! DK Metcalf, and Seattle's on the board for the first time today. Spam TD! Spam TD! Show us those TDs, let's go! The Seahawks are back in it! What a play! What a drive! The Seahawks with 2 fourth downs. They get a penalty for roughing the punter, and then they run with Kenneth Walker, foul it up, punching it into the end zone with DK, and Seattle is on the board, and we are back in it.
Just like that.
Spam TD. Spam TD. I'm shouting out everybody that spams TD. Got Just Life saying TD.
34 seconds left in the half. Buffalo will likely look to move the ball downfield as best they can here, as Seattle will receive the second half kickoff.
Man, if this can be 14-7 going into half and you get the football first.
You're happy with that. You can take that.
You have played terrible this first half. You
Yep.
would be very content with that.
Buffalo going to take it out.
All right. Close to the 25.
All right.
30 seconds, Buffalo with 2 timeouts.
Good kick. Didn't allow with the old rules here. Oh, injury. It's going to be a Buffalo injury.
Injury timeout. Okay.
Good on Seattle for with these old kickoff rules here in Madden 24.
Yes.
Not letting that ball get in the end zone and making the Bills waste some time off the clock. 4 seconds gone, 30 seconds to go in the half. Bills are going to have to make something happen from the 24-yard line. 76 yards to go.
Just Life typing TD. Caleb typing TD. Lon says Bill Belichick likes TDs. 24-year-old ones, too. Caleb, Just Life, and more. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Allen, pass. That's complete. First down. Timeout, Buffalo. And the Bills have one more timeout remaining after the catch from Dalton Kincaid. Devin Witherspoon with the tackle. That's his 3rd so far of the afternoon. In case you're just joining us, you are watching Seahawks Today's live coverage of Seahawks Bills week number 8 on Madden. The Seahawks trying to keep their 4-game winning streak alive. Allen on the run. Makes one man miss. Gets about 4 yards, and the Bills are going to take their final timeout of the first half. The Seahawks opened up the game, giving up an opening drive touchdown after a touchdown pass from Josh Allen. Then Gino threw an interception. The Bills took it to the end zone, and then the Seahawks responded, making this a 14-7 game. 2nd and 5 now. I formation. Handoff to Cook. He's got a first down and more. Still going. Past the 40, down to the 38-yard line. The Bills across midfield with no timeouts left. Not great there. Not what the Seahawks defense was hoping for as they give up the big run. So 1st and 10 coming up. Oh, clock ran out. I thought he got knocked out of bounds. They say he was in bounds. That does it for the half. How about that? How about that? He did not get out of bounds. They say he was in bounds. Clock runs out. It's halftime. A huge break for Seattle. Oh. Smitty, I thought he was out of bounds. I'll take that.
I'll take it. I mean, we said Seattle going into the second half, down 14-7, getting the ball back. Let's make something happen, tie this one up, and we'll have a good time.
Seahawks are in it, folks. Seahawks are in it. Spam C. Spam C. Down by 7, about to get the football back at the end of the first half. Spam C. I'm shouting out everybody that's Spam C. Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now. Chatsports.com/Murphy. He had a big sack last week against Atlanta. Let's see what he can do in half number 2. Get yours today. Men's and women's options, all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Home and away options for you as well. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Murphy. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. We've had a great time here on our Fan Friday edition of Seahawks Today. If you want to get involved in the action, send in a super chat. There's no mailbag today, so the only way you can get on screen is by sending a super chat. $ next to the chat box if you want to contribute. First-time super chatters, you get the Seahawks chant. $5 super chat, we'll take down some Fireball Friday accordingly. $10 super chat, we'll do the spicy jelly bean Here's the wheel right here. We'll spin it, see what you end up with. Get bean boozled. $20 super chat, we'll do a Boilermaker. $50 super chat, we'll do a beer bong. And if we get to 200, we'll do a beer boot. We're at $25 right now. Check it in on the C's in the chat. Got Caleb, crazy Florida guy. Caleb, Nick Fury. Caleb, Nick Fury, crazy Florida guy. Everybody's spamming C in the chat. Let's get to half number 2. Seahawks about to get the football. Down 14-7. And a chance to tie it up. Smitty, that first half, the Seahawks played so bad, they are lucky to still be in this ball game.
Absolutely. They're going to have a chance to tie it up here, opening possession of half number 2.
So here we go. I see Sam Howell there on the sideline. I don't think he's going in.
Always keeping it warm.
Always stay ready. Always stay ready. There's Gino as well. Bills will kick off. Seahawks will get the football first to start half number 2. Down 14-7. D. Eskridge out for the return. Here we go. Can the Seahawks respond? And it is in the end zone for a touchback. A touchback that takes all of us. And the Seahawks will get the football to 25.
We'll won't see much of that this season with the new kickoff rules. So excited to see more kickoffs, more collisions, of course. That's what football's all about.
Oh, yes. I'm just glad to see the kick game relevant again.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for Seattle. Ball at the 25. Gino steps back under heavy pressure. He's brought down. 6-yard loss.
Matt Milano, the all-pro linebacker who Terrell Dodson spelled last year due to injury. Matt Milano is one of the game's best, and he goes unblocked on the way to
had a wide-open lane.
Unblocked.
Utterly ridiculous.
Guys missing assignments. Can't happen.
Josh Allen fired up on the sideline there.
2nd and 18 now.
Damn brutal.
They'll probably run the ball here. And a pistol.
Let's see. No, they're going to pass. Gino, complete.
Basically the same thing. They got 6 yards.
6-yard gain, 3rd and 12 coming up. Like the video to convert on 3rd down. 3rd down on offense, we like the video. 3rd and 12. I'm looking for my big target. I'm looking for DK here.
All right, you gotta go. You gotta give a shot to DK eventually. I feel like he, aside from that touchdown, he hasn't been super involved.
Gino steps back, heavy pressure, screen pass, complete to Walker. Got it opening, but he is going to be well short. 4th and 4, and the Seahawks go 3 it out on the opening possession.
Buffalo's going to get the ball back. Not what we wanted to see there coming out of the break.
All right, so the Seahawks will punt. Ball at the 31-yard line. Here's the punt.
Punts away.
High kick. Filled it at the 20.
Good tackling.
Good coverage. Brought down about the 26, 27-yard line is where the Bills will take over. Before we do, we got a super chat to get to. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. But first, Caleb with a $5 super chat says, "Let's go Seahawks. Let's go Hawks. Let's go Hawks. Let's go Hawks." I'll take a shot for that, Caleb. Much appreciated to you. Let's go Seahawks. Let's start the rally right now. Let's get the rally fireball going. When we drink, we score. We drink, we win. We got the fireball ready. We're going to do our part to make sure we get that Seahawks victory. Caleb, more power to you. Thanks for sending that super chat, my guy. Let's keep it rolling. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. The Bills leading 14-7 here in the 3rd quarter. Ball at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Single back formation. And it's going to be a play action. Allen pass, complete, finds his receiver open. And a positive pickup there, about 5 yards on 1st down. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
Only about 2 minutes gone into this 3rd quarter. Running 6-minute quarters here. on Madden. It keeps it fairly realistic as far as end scores go. You'd be surprised about how many scores they can fit in a 6-minute quarter game.
Allen pass, complete, first down.
Bills moving the football. Curtis Samuel, new free agent pickup for Buffalo.
They're going to ask a lot of him on this Bills team.
Yeah, I'd argue he's the most decorated and, productive receiver in that room right now. So as far as his NFL career, I think their wide receiver 1, 2, 3 goes Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, and Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel, obviously the most experienced out of those three.
Pass, complete, another first down. And that's the rookie, Keon Coleman.
Speaking of.
I had some big question marks about the Bills receivers this year, but so far in this Madden sim, they're holding their own.
They're looking pretty good. Keon Coleman looks like more than just a go-route receiver, more than just a jump ball guy. He's beaten Reek Woolen on a couple of routes. And Josh Allen's finding the holes in the defense.
1st and 10, cross midfield, pass incomplete.
I think he had a touchdown there.
That's all on Josh Allen there. Just missed his receiver. The Seahawks defense didn't do anything special. 2nd and 10. Looking at under 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Ball at the 47.
What'll it be, Buffalo?
Allen, quick pass, complete to Kincaid. And that'll be a 3rd and 4. 3rd down, type those threes. Type those threes. Come on, defense. We need to stop right now. Badly need to stop right now. Come on, boys. Keep him out of field goal range. Shotgun formation. Allen going deep. Pass complete.
He kind of threaded the needle there. That was a tough pass. Curtis Samuel again. He beats Trey Brown there on the coverage. This is a great throw by Josh Allen, honestly.
It is.
Oh. Right where the defense couldn't get it and right where the receiver needed it to be.
That's a Madden throw.
That is a Madden throw. It's on a rope, on a string. Seahawks.
1st and 10.
Trying to limit a Buffalo score here. They're inching closer to the red zone.
Balti 24. That's a run. Cook on the carry. Gets about 2 yards.
It's a good stop.
2nd and 8 coming up. And based on the way this drive's going, the Seahawks are probably going to be playing catch-up the entire day. We'll see. 2nd and 8, I formation. And there's a handoff to Cook and met at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7. Type those threes. Type those threes.
Another 3rd down opportunity. Another opportunity to get off the football field and hold Buffalo to 3.
3rd down. Ball at the 21-yard line. Can the Seahawks defense get a stop right now? Allen pass complete. 1st and goal for Buffalo. Ugh. This isn't good. Shakir with the reception. And the Bills keep the chains moving. So 1st and goal now for the Bills at the 6-yard line. Single back formation. Handoff to Cook. Cook makes one-man miss. Still going. And he's brought down close to the 2-yard line. That'll be 2nd and goal. Jerome Baker with the tackle, his 4th of the day. Clock winding down here in the third. Bills up 14-7.
Gonna punch it in.
Allen hands it off up the middle. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ray Davis.
Who is that?
With the touchdown score. That's a fake name.
It's one of their late round draft selections.
That's an automated player.
From this season. Create a player.
Bills take the lead. Or could add on to the lead, rather. As they go up 20-7 here in the third quarter. Here's the extra point attempt. Up and good. 21-7. Buffalo leading Seattle. Type F. Type F. This isn't good, folks. This is not good. End of the third. Buffalo leads at 21-7. We'll get to the fourth quarter action in just a moment, but first, did have a super chat come in from Caleb. Caleb says, got to get Smitty to get one. When we drink, we score. We drink, we win. Smitty, I'll pour you up some Fireball. That'll help ease the pain of that jelly bean.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think that's how it works, but all right.
We'll just tell ourselves that.
Cheers to Caleb. Shouts out to you, brother.
Cheers to Caleb. We'll show the rest of the Super Chat menu. If you want to be like Caleb, send in a Super Chat, have some shots with us.
Fireball
you can do so.
For your first beverage of the day is just...
That's the decision.
It's definitely a decision.
All right.
Oh, we got an eyelash. That's fun.
Oh God.
Oh, all right. We're good.
$5 Super Chats. We're taking down Fireball shots. First time Super Chatters get the Seahawks chant. $10 Super Chat. We're eating the spicy jelly beans. $20 Super Chat. We're doing a Boilermaker. $50 Super Chat. We'll do a beer bong. Folks, I got to crack open another beer for fourth quarter. Here we go. Got Byron Murphy jerseys on sale, too. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. Got the home jerseys, road jerseys. Also got men's and women's options for you. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Free shipping available. Quarter number 4. Seahawks down 2 scores. As we crack open our fourth quarter beer here. Smitty, what do you think the Seahawks need to do to get back in this game?
Got to score quick, and you really just got to limit this. They're kind of getting killed from all angles by the Buffalo offense. You know, passes are being threaded past Seahawks defenders. James Cook's kind of getting whatever he wants on the ground. They just got to tighten up, really. It boils down to just tightening up and playing better Seahawks football as they take it out of the end zone here. It will be Eskridge. Eskridge making a couple guys miss, and he
down
gets about
to the
24. 25.
Okay. All right, Seahawks.
Here comes Gino. Let's make something happen.
Let's do something. Do something. Score quick. Get a stop. Go tie this football game.
Lord knows we need it.
This offense doesn't look anything like it did last week against Atlanta. We were cooking last week, and this offense has been milquetoast so
anemic.
far today. Yeah. Gino steps back, 1st and 10. Rolls to his right. Going deep!
Oh, boy. Nope.
Incomplete.
Intended for Lockett.
He thought he had something there.
Rasul Douglas on the coverage.
So 2nd and 10 coming up for Seattle.
I feel like I had to take a shot at some point.
Yeah, I don't hate that play call.
Definitely an overcast afternoon in Seattle. Gino's got to make something happen here, down 21-7 in the fourth quarter.
Gino steps back. Gonna roll to his right. Passes on the run, going deep.
Pick.
Intercepted flag. Hold on.
Could it be pass interference?
I hope it's
see.
pass interference, please, because that would be
pass
some nice
interference.
yardage.
Okay.
It is! First down, Seahawks. Pass interference.
That's a spot foul. That's big time.
31-yard gain. Type those ones. Type those ones. A huge break for the Seahawks offense. Gino pass, complete. That's an 8-yard gain.
Could that penalty get them in a rhythm?
It worked on their 1 touchdown drive earlier in the game. Now let's see if they do it again. 31 yards. That's huge. We'll take it any way we can get it. Type those ones for that first down earlier. 2nd and 2 coming up.
Buffalo.
Just life typing those ones.
Buffalo, I mean, could have this game 21-0 right now and probably getting the ball back had they not committed 2 big-time penalties.
Smith pass, complete.
Who's that? It's
That's
DK.
DK. Spam DK.
Let's go.
DK. Touchdowns all day. He rules. Spam DK in the chat right now. I'm shouting out all the DKs. Show some love for DK here. 1st and 10. Seahawks with the football at the 23. Play action. Gino pass. And it's caught. But Laken Tomlinson is hurt. An injury to the offensive line is not what Seattle needed. Spam DK, Dano, Manny, Just Life, Lon, Dano, Just Life, and more. 1st and goal for Seattle.
What'll it be?
Gino steps back, pass, complete, nowhere to go that time as he finds Tyler Lockett, Taylor Rapp on the tackle. The first catch of the day for Tyler Lockett. All right, got to move quickly,
Come on,
guys.
Hawks.
Come on now. Got to move quick. Just Life, Manny, Lon, Manny, all typing DK. 2nd and goal. Single back formation. Going to be a handoff to Kenneth Walker. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks! And the Seahawks are back in it with a touchdown score here in the fourth quarter. Spam TD! Spam TD! Show us those TDs. Let's go. Seattle back in it. We got a ball game, folks. How about that? A quick drive aided by a 31-yard gain off of the defensive pass interference, and the Seahawks are back in this football game. Smitty, we needed that bad.
Big time. Let's go.
We needed that.
Got to get a stop now.
All right, defense. See what they can come up with. Spam TD. Mudhorn typing TD. Just Life. Manny. Mark. Just Life. Keep spamming TD. Keep spamming TD. Mark. Just Life. Lon. Let's go. Here's the kickoff. And to the end zone, they'll bring it out. Makes one man miss, gets down to the 23. All right, defense. Got to get a stop right now. Got to get a stop. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Seahawks down by 7. They need a stop. And then go get the football back to tie up this game. Can the Seahawks defense come through? They gave up 14 points in the first quarter. They've played a lot better since. What do they got now? Ball to 24. Allen in the single back formation. Steps up in the pocket. Going to keep it himself and escapes pressure. He's got a first down. Tackle made by Jerome Baker. You got to be mindful of that. We talked at the top of the show that you got to keep Josh Allen in the pocket. Can't let him have that stuff.
You can't. You gotta keep him inside and make other players on Buffalo beat you. Their skill position players are not to the caliber of Seattle's.
1st and 10 for Buffalo. And Cook on the carry. Gets about 2 yards. You'll take that. All right. Dodson on the tackle now. You got to get a stop. Come on, boys. Come on now. We need that Seahawks magic right now. Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy, what do you got right now, boys? How bad do you want it? Ball to 36. And good pressure that time. A 1-yard gain. And that's Uchenna Nwosu with his first tackle of the day. 3rd and 7. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3rd down. Spam it in the chat. Let's go. 3rd and 7. Need to stop right now. Allen under pressure. He's brought down. He's sacked. Jerome Baker with a huge sack. 4th and 17, and the Seahawks are getting the football back at the 2-minute warning. Spam sack! Spam sack! We're back! We're back, folks. What a play, Smitty!
I mean, this team has been rejuvenated in the second half. After that 3-and-out that they opened the half with, I mean, they have looked like the team to beat in this ball game. Got to make it happen, though. Are we going to another overtime today?
Oh, boy. Here we go. Here's the punt. Fielded at the 23. Nowhere to go. And the Seahawks will get the football. So let's reset the scene for you here, folks. 1:53 to go. Seattle with all 3 timeouts, down by 7. They have to get a touchdown. 1st and 10 coming up. This is quite the ball game, folks. Seahawks trying to keep the momentum. A 4-game winning streak entering today. Play action. Geno got all day. Pass. Finds his man open. 1st down. 1st down, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. Type those ones. Type those ones. Really good play to open up that drive.
Gotta get chunk plays. Not a lot of time to do it. Under 2 minutes to go. You have all 3 timeouts. Make something happen.
They go no huddle. At the 46, Geno steps back, pass. And it's caught. First down, Seattle. DK, keep the ones going. Keep the ones going. Seahawks with a chance. Seattle with a chance. Clock down to 1:10. Seattle with all 3 timeouts.
What's it going to be, Gino?
We're in for a hell of a finish, folks. Buckle up.
They've decided not to use a timeout yet.
Gino, pass. Finds this man open. DK again. First down. Type the ones. Type the ones.
Is it going to be a first down every play until we get to the end zone? What's going on here?
Oh, man. This is getting good. This is getting good. They go back to the no huddle. Still not using their timeouts. Clock down to 40. Gino, pass. Incomplete.
Probably better for that to be incomplete than complete. I think
First-
he would have gotten tackled in bounds.
First incompletion of the drive.
Stops the clock, though, with 36 remaining. Man,
Smitty, if the folks want to win this game, I think we need to spam C right now.
I got to spam your C's. SEA. Get them in the chat.
Spam C. I'm shouting out the C's. I want to see them as much as we can. 2nd and 10. Gino steps back, pass complete, finds this man open. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Tyler Lockett. Call timeout, timeout, timeout. They get the timeout. They did. No, clock's running. Why are you not calling timeout?
The clock continues to run here.
What are you doing? They
No
go no
huddle.
huddle?
Oh, boy.
Oh, what are we doing?
And now they
call a timeout?
What is this, the Nathaniel Hackett week 1 in 2022?
This is bullshit. You gotta be kidding me. What are we doing? What are we doing, folks? That's terrible mismanagement. The moment he caught that pass, call the timeout.
What are you doing? I mean,
You let 20 seconds burn.
that was literally Nathaniel Hackett.
Keep spamming C. Just Life. Manny. Just Life. Mudhorn. 3rd and inches. Gino. Pass to the end zone. Incomplete.
It was close.
4th and inches.
It was close.
It all comes down to this.
7 seconds.
Oh, boy. 7 seconds. You got time for 2 plays.
You don't got to go to the end zone yet.
Get the first down now. Give yourself another shot. Here we go. Here's the ball game, folks. Gino steps back. Pass. Complete. Get down. Get down. Timeout. 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 And now they call the timeout on time. JSN. It all comes down to this.
Here we go. 1 play.
1 play. If the Seahawks get a touchdown here and an extra point, we're going to overtime. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion, the Seahawks win outright. Here we go.
This is it.
Final play. Gino steps back. Incomplete. And that will do it. Heartbreak in Seattle. The Seahawks fall to the Buffalo Bills 21-14 in the closing seconds. And Smitty, I can't help but think you let too much time run out after that catch in the middle of the field.
You could have had
You could have gotten 2 or 3 more plays.
You could have had 2 or 3 more plays. I mean, letting 20 seconds run off the clock is just a mismanagement. No wonder computer-generated Pete Carroll's on the sideline.
That sucks.
That's a mismanagement of coaching right there. That is why the Seahawks lost this game. That's
What?
why they lost.
What a disgusting act. The Seahawks fall to the Bills 21-14. Type F. Type F. That was disturbing. That was disturbing. Folks, we're going to keep doing these Madden Sims for the rest of the Seahawks season. They're 4-3. Still got a long ways to go. 5-3. 5-3. Still got a long ways to go, folks. Next week, we'll do it again as the Seahawks square off with the Niners on the road. They got the best of them last time. Let's see what they got again. All right. Folks, that sucked. Lon says it's Smitty's fault.
How's it my fault? What did I do wrong? What are we doing?
That was bad. I mean, like,
Somehow, he says. He don't even know.
we'll go to the Super Chat menu one more time before we sign off. Last chance to get on today's show before we call it a week. Before we go home. And first time Super Chatters get Seahawks chant, $5 Super Chat, Fireball, $10 Super Chat, Spicy Jelly Bean, $20 Boilermaker, $50 Beer Pong. I'll put a minute on the clock before we sign off. Smitty, any plans this weekend?
Nothing crazy. The missus is still out of town, so we gotta survive a couple more days without her, and then she helps me bring my life back together on next week.
There you go. We got a little company outing. Me, you, Tex.
That's right.
Jeremy Chugg's going to a Rangers game Sunday.
Big day Sunday. Let's get after it.
Get to see my Kansas City Royals in action.
I'm excited. I'll have some action on that game, no doubt about it. I can't go to a baseball game that I don't root for either team and not have action on the game. There's going to be a wager.
We might have to play this game when we're there. Have you played Pop Dollar?
No, what's that?
So Pop Dollar, it's great when you go to a sporting event.
Uh-huh.
You say, I'll put $1 on this happening.
Okay.
Like, oh, they're going to get a hit here.
Yeah.
Or they're going to strike out. And if the other person takes it, like, I'm in on that, then you keep track and see who ends up with the most dollars.
That is fun, actually.
All right. We will go. Y'all, thanks for a great time today. 2 live shows next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Content on the channel throughout the weekend, so stay tuned for that. Have a great weekend. For Tyler Smith, I'm Tyler Jones. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you next week.